What's up, guys? Just finished week 57 of the trading challenge, trading from $100 to $1,000,000. Currently at 51.5k, which is $100 more than last week. So nothing crazy, but we didn't lose any more money. Obviously, the market's been really shit recently, so just to not lose money for a week is decent. Hopefully, the markets are bottoming out now, because obviously everything's down 80% or so, like all the altcoins. So hopefully this is a bottom zone for MOG and ETH and all that. So yeah, MOG is down 80%, but it's pretty much just sideways for the week, making a little bit of a doji. So hopefully we can reverse out of this area. Otherwise, we're going to be going down to 100 mil, which is the all-time low area. But yeah, overall, the portfolio is the same. We have MOG, which I actually took out IMF on this again. So I borrowed $20,000 on IMF, and obviously I put that into MOG, which for that my liquidation is 70 mil, which basically means, if it goes to 70 mil, I lose the whole MOG bag and GG's, get wrecked. Or if it goes up, then we print however much more. But yeah, my theory is if it goes that low, the fucking cycle's over anyway, and it doesn't matter. And then if it goes up, then we print extra. So that's kind of MOG. There's not really much to talk about. We'll go on the ETH chart real quick, because this is kind of a little bit bullish. So you can see against ETH, we are like stupidly oversold on the RSI. And it's kind of back to where it was in April. And there's actually a slight, tiny bullish divergence, right? So it's way lower on the price, and it's a little bit higher on the RSI. So that is bullish. That's pretty much the only bullish code we've got. And yeah, this should be a bottom zone, even though I've said that so many times on the way down. Like, it is legit down 85% now. And it's also been around 100 days, which, for MOG, most of the dips are like 60 days, more like, the biggest one was Trump tariff, which was 120. So we're definitely getting to that zone now where we should be bottoming out, right? We can have maybe one more month at most. And if it's longer than that, then the cycle's just over, in my opinion. Yeah, but I do think that we get more of the cycle, and I do think we'll see all-time highs. So I'm still kind of believing in the market. And that is because I don't think Bitcoin is topped, right? I think there's like 30 top indicators, and none of them have gone off. So that's one reason. Obviously, if they want to, like, everyone knows all these things now, so they ideally would make a top that nobody knows is the top, and it could easily be a top. But the reason I don't think it is because everything else is still going up. The SPX just made an all-time high, gold just made an all-time high, silver made an all-time high. Like, we should see Bitcoin catch up and run up to like 160k, or have like a blow off top, and then ideally that's where your altcoins run. And if they don't run, then maybe they just don't run, right? But that is the theory. And if we have a look at others BTC, which is like the main chart to look at for altcoins, you can see obviously we came down to this level, which is pretty much a full retrace of last bull run in 2021, right? So obviously it pumped up stupidly hard and had like an insane bull run, and now we've fully retraced that and went down to COVID levels. So hopefully this is the bottom. Otherwise, yeah, I don't think we're going to go up otherwise. That's kind of like my invalidation. If we don't get moving in the next few months, I think it's done. But I do think that we will, and this will be roughly a bottom. You could wick down or fill this wick or whatever, but we should bounce from this zone. We shouldn't go lower than this. So yeah, still bullish on the market and altcoins. Ethereum is just messing around at the all-time high, and I think it should bounce out of this zone. It could go down, like I said, and fill that wick. We don't know, right? It's pretty much, you're either going to go up or down. It's like whatever. It's just a deciding point. Crypto's trying to find the direction it wants to go in, and right now it's just shaking everyone out, and it's been underperforming hard. And hopefully we have that altcoin season towards the end of the year, going into next year, and that'll be where all your alts can catch up to their all-time highs and kind of get up to where everything else is. Because you have gold at all-time highs, like I said, the stock market's done. Bitcoin has pumped a lot. The only thing that hasn't really moved this like cycle since 2022 is altcoins, right? They haven't had a proper, like, liquidity has not flown into altcoins like it should have. So hopefully we do get that blow off top, because that is pretty much what we were playing for, and a lot of people are as well. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're looking for. So yeah, as far as trading goes this week, I took one trade that I made $400 on, and that was on maps. So there was a coin called Bubble Maps. Let me have a look. Maps. Yeah, it's still at 30k right now. So, oh shit, that pumped right back up. But yeah, this I just bought on pump tires, sold around that first pump, and then it rode, came back up. Right, well, I say rode, just dumped down hard. That's an average pulse stream launch. Then I also loaded up on Peahen and Minicock, because Peacock is pumping. So Peacock is absolutely sending, all-time high, I think. Yeah, all-time high. And obviously Peahen is launched on the same dev wallet as Peacock, and it's the same dev. So, the speculation is we buy down here, and hopefully this can get a reversal up as well. And then Minicock is just one of the main derivatives as well. So I bought this around where we are now. Don't know how they'll play out, but we'll have a look in probably the next day or so. We'll see where they're going. But yeah, we have 1.6k on Pulse, 50k on Ethereum. So we are down pretty bad from our last high. But, it's not the worst position considering how wrecked everything is. But yeah, overall, bullish on the markets, and, hopefully we get that move up towards the end of the year on altcoins as a whole. I'm still bullish on the markets. Don't know if that's a good thing, but we'll see where we go. So yeah, nothing else to talk about. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next week. Ta-ra.